In this video, I will briefly show you how to cut a section through a site model that's imported from Google Maps. I will refer to other tutorials to show you how to do this bit. It's a little complicated, but it really means that you can speed up your kind of site analysis. Then the other thing that um, I have here is I've then imported the OS map to scale this Google map, and I used Tom Budd's tutorials to kind of create further elements that you can make, like topographic lines and so on, to help with your other drawings in regards to your site. Now the two things that you need, and you will see this in the videos, but I just want to clarify this before you start watching these two. I'll put those in the description, is that you get the right set of versions for these various plugins and programs that you use. And I would start here with Elie Michel's Maps Model Importer, and he will tell you exactly which versions work best together. I actually used the latest version of Blender, which was 4.2.3, and it worked fine. But make sure you get the 1.3.1 version of RenderDoc. So check his site first, because this may have changed by the time you do it. And I will include both Nico Delik's great tutorial on how to get these out of Google, and then Nico's one here about how to bake all these tiles, which basically you'd end up with hundreds of little materials for each of these tiles, how to bake all this into one big slot, so that in your Rhino file you only have one material to deal with and not multiples. Good, so good luck with those, and I will now cut to sort of the second part. So hopefully you had some success importing your Google map into Rhino via Blender, and you now have this in here and a single map attached to the whole thing. As I said, I had to turn my reflection color to black, so I have a nice matte finish. The next thing you need to do is to scale the map. Now I had an OS map already that I imported in order to be at the right scale, and so you need to take this whole lot and just check your scale. I had to scale this by a factor of 10. So now let me turn this off. In order to cut the section, and in this case I'm looking at it in my left viewport here, so I draw a clipper plane, which you can find up here, and I just draw this in the viewport like this. Where's it gone? And I'll just move this into place to line up with my section line, which I've drawn here. Doesn't really matter where exactly this sits, in this direction. And now I have lit this with a V-Ray overcast sky dome just to get some general lighting, and some of these light and shadows are actually baked into the Google map. So anyway, I'm re-rendering this, but I just turned the saturation down here, and I put a filmic tone map in to kind of play with this a bit more. Now when you work on this in post-production, I think you might have to add some grain to this stone wall here to get rid of the blurriness, and also some of these kind of jaggedy trees are just a Google giveaway, so you'll have to work on this to make it look more drawn, so that this can't be the finished article. But also you can now, as you have this model, and I'll just refer to other videos again, but Tom Budd has a video whereby you drape over this to create a surface that doesn't have the texture, but it will have the kind of detail, and you can use this also to draw some contours. Although again, you may have found these in the US map, but you can draw some contours of your site, and so you can then start to create more drawings and perhaps use the Google Map as a sort of um, as one of your kind of elements that you can play with. Good. I hope you found this brief tutorial useful, um, and that it will speed up your process in getting your proposals onto your site. Thank you.